Alright, new day. They're all still here. Well, not all. I've only been able to count about 10, which is pretty good. And considering a lot of the females still look like they're really pregnant, so I'll probably have more soon from others. They're all over there and where the glare is, unfortunately. But I don't want to cover that up, as I said before, because it's some nice sunlight for the fries. Some of them have gotten a lot braver, and they're farther down here now, which makes me happy. I did get an automatic fish feeder yesterday. Let's see if I can get it. I hot glued it to something up there, so now it's just resting up at the top. But now I can actually sleep in and not worry about all the large guppies getting way too hungry and bothering the fry. And this is, let's see, last night I had a sunset on my lights. I finally got the sunset set up, but it wasn't so good, so I'm going to be trying a new sunset today. And hopefully I shouldn't have to do anything more with the lights after this. Again, there will be a lighting video soon, but I'm just trying to get it all set up for you before I do the video. And yeah, that tetra does have a lump on its face, but in a tank like this, it's almost impossible to scoop them out. This plant's growing really quickly. Not sure if you remember it from some of the previous videos, but it's really exploding, which is so great. The more it can grow, the more waste it takes out. We're here to look at the fry. So yeah, this is day 6. I've only been able to feed them the normal fish food that you buy at the store, but I make sure to put some at the top and let it dissolve or grind it up a bunch so that it's small enough for them to eat. They do seem to have more color now, which is good. The next thing I have to research is that fish get their colors by the diet they eat. So potentially some shrimp that have really, really colorful skin, when they get eaten by the fish will take those bits of color and use it for themselves. So the next thing I have to do is look into the diet if I want to be serious, because this is the first generation of baby guppies, and if I want to start this right, then I should start them really colorful right away so that every progressive generation gets better. I'm not sure what I'll end up doing, but I have to do the research, and I'm also happy to do a little more research to figure things out for my fish. And if you didn't know, all of the tetras that I have in my tank, they all started out as feeder fish, so they were all really, really young, just like the Guppy Fry were. So I basically raised all the fish in my tank, well, most of them. Yeah, I don't think I got a single fish that was fully grown. They were all feeder fish size, except for the guppies that I just got, and then they had babies. So the only fish that I didn't buy at a small size are these guppies over here. And yeah, the algae's getting a bit more of a bloom, but I'll leave it until it gets to be too much. Just because, I mean, really, that's only just an aesthetic thing. So I'll clean it up if it starts doing more damage, but as you can see, the snails love it. And I've never cleaned my tank. It's been over a year, and the snails do all the cleaning for me. And once the lily pads find whatever sunshine that's making all this algae, they'll block it off, and I have to move the lights every few days because the lily pads chase the light. Doesn't seem like many fry are using this as a little safe spot, but these ones are actually quite a bit in front. They're a lot closer to the front of the tank than they are back towards the string. In the future, I'm probably going to do shorter videos on weekends just to give myself a break, although that may change. It may only be a shorter video today because this has been the first week of having these guppies and they have just been so much work. Up at 7, start filming, make sure they're fed, and then stay up all the way to the end of the night to make sure the lights don't go out and frighten them. But I just got all the lights set up in the past day or two that hopefully the sunset will be really nice now. I never needed to have a sunset on my clock because I never had baby fish to be worrying about. Ooh. And there is one tetra in here that I will eventually film. I got one sick tetra, but everything else seems to be fine. So I can always just go and buy some medicine if I notice these guppies acting strange. So far, all the guppies have seemed to act normal, or if they have died, then it would probably be impossible for me to find a little body. Let's check out this corner, see if there's any over here. Nope, just looks like snails. Oh yeah, there's one back there. Ah, it's hiding just that. There it is. There, now it's in focus. And they don't seem to be going inside this container, but at least the container's open enough that it doesn't block the light, so they swim around it. Whatever next generations of guppies come along, I'm hoping they'll find it and use it before they grow scared of it like these. I mean, they're probably not scared of it, but they're probably not going to swim inside of something. These guppies really seem to like being close to the surface where they can see the light and see things approaching them. Although, there's still enough light down here that if they do get down here, they can still see very clearly. I did another water change yesterday, so hopefully whatever set off the females to give birth the first time will happen again. I think it all has to do with the water quality and the lighting. Oh wow, yeah, I'm so happy that there are some up here, some down here, some all the way up on the surface, some over here. And yeah, the automatic fish feeder really made it nice so I could finally sleep in today. Because these guppies, they hunt in like a pack sometimes, it seems. I mean, they're always friendly swimming together, and they'll just swim along beside each other and scoop up anything they can find. So I was worried between the darkness at nighttime with the lights I hadn't set up, and then with the morning time not getting enough feeding. I was assuming I was going to lose a bunch of these, but I think I have the current. I only have this one pump, which let's see if I can get it on film here so you can see. So this puts out 156 gallons an hour, it says, which is alright. I had 2 of them, one in each corner, but it created a bit too much current. I really think the guppies like just this amount of current. I had 2 of them in because the tetras like living in streams, and so having double the amount of current really let the tetras swim against the current and tire themselves out. And I noticed they got, I'll just get that other one out of the shot there. I noticed they started looking really beautiful once they had a bunch more water to play in. However, these guppies like still water. They like living in ponds and things like that. Actually, they like living in flooded fields mostly. Yeah, so imagine like a field that floods and a bunch of these guppies would go in and swim between everything and look for some food. So I think this current is enough that the tetras can be happy. I mean, they can't swim too much, but they seem fine. But it's also not enough to bother all the other ones. little pockets where there's just enough water for them. And with less current, it means I have to do more water changes, but they are worth it. Alright, so as I said, on weekends I'll probably do shorter, less editing videos just so I can get a break, but we'll see what sort of schedule I choose in the future. This has still been the first week, and I don't think I've had a single viewer yet, so this is still kind of just a diary for me. I always like looking through whatever videos I make, and in a few years I'll be able to look through and see these. When these things have had their own babies, I'll be able to look back and see how it all started. But if any of you actually start watching this and commenting, then I'll probably kick things up and move things around and do better videos on weekends. Focus more on doing videos like lighting and feeding and what environment works and aquascaping. But for now, I'll probably just stick with the guppies and make a few little videos until I can start getting some viewers. Yeah, it'll be great when I get like the first subscriber to this channel. Right now it's kind of still just for me, but if anyone has any ideas or input they want to make, then potentially we can make this on a community channel that makes videos on things that are asked for. I love doing research and figuring things out, so if you have a question and want to know the answer, then just give me a comment, and that'll give me some inspiration to make a video. Alright, the guppies seem happy on day 6. I will catch you back tomorrow for day 7.